Game 5 tonight, Sixers versus Knicks. Sixers trying to stay alive in the NBA playoffs. As always, we will be live on YouTube as well as giving you the post-game coverage. So be sure to tap in to the #1 Sixers live watch party. My purpose of coming on here this morning was to just talk about what I think this team needs to do, how they need to adjust, and a couple things I would do different tonight if I was Nick Nurse. But of course, we are interrupted with some annoying news. This just coming out as of a few minutes ago. 2 tweets back to back. Shout out to Tim Bontemps and Kai Carlin. Joel Embiid missed shoot around this morning. He has a migraine and his status for tonight's game remains questionable. And then Kelly Oubre Jr. as well did not feel good, did not attend shoot around. So Kelly Oubre Jr. and Joel Embiid dealing with stuff. And I think, from a Sixers fan standpoint, people are just tired of this, man. Dealing with ailment after illness, after just anything that wants to come up. Is Joel Embiid going to miss this game tonight? Probably not. Will this alter him? I don't know. I'm not Joel Embiid. What about Kelly Oubre? I don't know. But the annoying part is that it feels like every time, whether it's a big game or a playoff appearance, whatever, this team constantly has to go through things like this. I mean, they may honestly break the record in one season for the most different types of sicknesses or illnesses that there are, honestly. I mean, think about this entire season. It's been absolutely bonkers. But Joel Embiid dealing with stuff and, add that on to his one knee and his one eye that he's playing with. And, Kelly Oubre Jr. needs to get going. I mean, really, when it comes down to it at this point, I think, you have nothing to lose than to try some different things in this game, right? Your back is against the wall. First off, are we going to see the Sixers team that came out last year and quit in Game 7 against the Celtics, the team that literally got ran off the floor in the first 10 minutes and just said, screw it, we're not even going to try? Because everybody was criticized last year, from Embiid to Harden. Everybody quit last year on that Game 7 floor in Boston. Are we going to see that same team tonight? Are they going to give up? Are they going to get ran off the floor and blown out and just say, screw it? If they do, there is no room for anything other than direct criticism and direct blame. And just, you have to feel it at that point, right? Like, Sixer fans are tired of this. The fact that Joel Embiid last game said that there's no pressure or whatever he said, that's just ridiculous, This team, of course, has pressure. They get bounced every year in the second round. Now they're getting ready to be a first-round exit in 5 games. No, there is pressure. Time to go win a basketball game. You win tonight in the Garden, somehow bring it back to Philly for a revenge opportunity. You never know what could happen. You need to go out there and play like your ass is on fire. And first thing I want to say is, if Joel Embiid goes out with 40 shots tonight or Maxey goes out with 40 shots tonight, I'm not going to be mad at all. What I'll be annoyed at is if they get passive again and they turn their heads away from opportunity and they don't get aggressive in the fourth quarter. Like, go out swinging against this Knicks team if you're going to go out. Don't go out and just play scared and here you go. Let's just turn it over to you and get down on the ground and say, good game, good series. No, I don't want that. It's got to be a dogfight. And, hopefully everybody will be good to go for the 76ers. I think you have to try some different things if you're Nick Nurse. KJ Martin has sat on the bench all series long. He was playing pretty well down the end of the season. Give him a shot. Give him an opportunity to rebound. Every team has guys that just do the little things. And right now, the Sixers don't have any guys doing any little things. They're all just going around doing cardio. And if I'm Nick Nurse, I absolutely have to play Ricky Council tonight. Put this on Twitter after last game. You have nothing to lose. Nothing. If there's one guy that can match the physicality of the New York Knicks, one guy who you purposely signed a couple days before the season ended to bring into the playoffs as a part of your rotation, it's Ricky Council IV. This guy had, 19 and 10 off the bench one game. He came in against the Spurs in the fourth quarter and completely impacted that game and then turned it into a win in the double overtime thriller. I'm not saying he's going to set the world on fire. I'm not saying I would play him 30 minutes, but I would play him. I would give him at least 15 to 20 minutes tonight. KJ Martin, there's other guys who want it. There are players on this Sixers team right now that have obviously been overly disappointing, but Tobias Harris is averaging 8.8 points in this series. Buddy Hield is averaging less than 1 point per game in this series. Buddy Hield is averaging 0.7 points in this series. Is he even playable tonight? Do you give him a shot? Maybe. I don't know. Whoever wants it, somebody's got to step up and take advantage of the opportunity. You can't tell me this team's no good at all. I mean, the way they were playing at the end of the season, winning 8 in a row, and they were on fire. You got to have that swagger, man. You have to be able to match that mentality of the New York Knicks. So I would play Ricky Council tonight. In terms of Joel Embiid, you're going to have to give him a rest. Obviously, you've seen the last couple games that you can't overdo it. Joel Embiid played the whole second half last time, and that was Nick Nurse's fault. Nick Nurse, I don't think, has been on his top game in these playoffs when it comes to management, rotations, etc. You know, you have to make it work, and Joel's not going to be able to play the whole half, which is tough. And it's another reason why I don't understand this discourse of everybody blaming Embiid and Maxey, which I'm not going to dive into too much right now. We have a whole, 3-4 months to talk about that and a roster, etc. But blaming a reigning MVP and a 23-year-old all-star when Embiid comes off the floor for 4 minutes and the team instantly chokes a 12-point lead. They're a minus 38 without Embiid in this series. That just can't happen. That cannot happen. So he's going to have to find sparing minutes to give Embiid a rest, but you can't do it too much, right? Or else you could blow a lead again. Keep in mind, if the Sixers do not win tonight, the Sixers are only going to have 2 players on their roster, most likely, because this weird contract that Danny Ainge put together with the offer match last year, and the Sixers matched it, says that if Paul Reed and the Sixers do not advance past the first round this year, which really, everybody thought, okay, they're going to get past the first round. The next 2 years of the contract will become guaranteed. Obviously, there was a lot of injuries and a lot of controversy thrown into that and a lot of adversity. If the Sixers do not win tonight, Paul Reed's contract also becomes non-guaranteed. And that means the Sixers, if they decide to let him go, will only have 2 players on the roster, a.k.a. Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, again, we're going to get into roster building down the line when the season's over, but I know everybody thinks, it's all sunshine and rainbows. You have $65 million in cap space and a number 16 overall draft pick, etc. It's not easy to fill out an entire roster in one season. There's a lot of pressure on this team to try to win right now. And, if they don't, they're going to have a lot of flexibility this offseason, but it's not going to be that easy to fill out, 13 more players on your roster just like that. So a lot is on the line tonight. But my main thing that I keep coming back to, and I've asked this all series long, is who are you, Philadelphia? Who are you? The fans have a perception of what they think you are based on what you've shown us. But who are you? Are you going to go out there and fight like your life's on the line? Or are you going to bend over, get down on your knees, and give up and just say, we're done, it's over? If the Sixers get down early in this game, are they going to give up again? If they do, again, I think everybody warrants criticism, and that's Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, the whole crew, Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey, everybody. Don't let these Knicks punk you tonight, man. You saw what they did. They literally took over your building last game. No, you got to come out and play like you wanted. Adjustments must be made. Somebody on Twitter today said, no matter what, I'm going to celebrate because Tobias Harris will be gone. I wouldn't even play Tobias tonight. I know you're restricted in a lot of ways, and that's why Nurse is still playing him, but I wouldn't even play him. And if you play him, maybe 5 minutes. That's it. Whoever wants it gets the opportunity tonight. Game, season, everything on the line. 3-1. Who will show up for the Sixers team? Guess we'll have to wait and find out. I will catch you all later tonight. Tap into the live show. And as always, go Sixers. Peace.